This time on Secrets of Solana.
I'm pretty sure Norman has already had to change his pants 3 times.
Norman, you feign fear, I believe. You fight like a warrior when it comes down to it.
Sure. They touch the door falls off the hinges.
That's what I thought would happen. It'd be like the Mines of Moria, just giant noise.
All of a duke.
Zergo's pretending the ghost doesn't exist, too. He's not a shaman. He doesn't speak to spirits.
Quick,
Well-
child, run reconnaissance. You go first. They can't kill you twice.
This is true, unfortunately. So
As far as I can tell, half of us are mindless idiots.
Which half?
I just walk away.
Chase after you. Which half?
Like smoke is pouring up out of that big gaping hole where the ghouls have stopped climbing.
Yep.
And as like the dust settles up top and everything, more smoke is billowing out. Finally, the little ghost girl from before like raises up kind of close behind the group, and she's like, "That was a mess down there."
Okay.
We're all still in the little cemetery area, and west you can see the mansion in the distance. Not too far distance.
And we're not going through the front door like a normal human being. We're going into the tunnel.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
May
you
I
are going through
suggest
the tunnel.
that we split the... I'm just kidding.
I would suggest that we probably need to go to the mansion.
West is the mansion, and Quincy has said that he believes that everybody should take the mansion route given the fires below.
You want us to go back up and around up top and then come back down?
The thing is that at this point, I believe they are expecting us to come down the giant hole.
That's meta.
They may believe we are coming this way due to the giant explosion.
right.
Want to meet them head on? No? Just me?
I believe it is just you.
If I remember right, Zergo, you and I are the only ones who actually want to be here.
We can go the long way. It's fine.
Correct!
I'm pretty sure
I want to
Norman-
go back to the town.
I'm pretty sure Norman has already had to change his pants 3 times.
Norman, you feign fear, I believe. You fight like a warrior when it comes down to it.
Sure.
I mean, it's a lot of guns, but you fight nonetheless.
Better than being ripped apart limb from limb for horrific ghoul children.
I agree.
So, if everybody's ready to advance towards the mansion,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I agree that we should just go around and come back into the mansion.
Seems good.
Yeah. We are a much smaller force, and we don't know what all is waiting for us in there.
Right. So
Well, if it's ghouls, I mean, you would think that the piles of their brethren would be a deterrent.
They're mindless idiots. I don't think so.
Fair enough. All right, let's try the front door.
As far as I can tell, half of us are mindless idiots.
Which half?
I just walk away.
Chase after you. Which half? Gentlemen, if I may, I don't like this place. I've been around for many, many years. Many years. And, spent some time in this horrific place. So, if I may make a suggestion, don't knock. Just blow the door wide open.
now hold on, and I'm gonna look at the front of this mansion real quick. What exactly do I see?
Zergo already has his foot up about to kick the door in. You said hold on?
so like it's, I would say, supposed to be double doors, but like one is like kind of just hanging on. You can see that, you could tell that this used to be like a mansion with maybe 3 stories tall, but
Okay.
Now it's just in certain areas it looks like 2 stories at most, one
That is-
story in other areas. There's
Right.
Double doors.
parts
It's
of
just our
wall where
tokens
you
make
can
it look small.
and you can kind of like climb. I mean, there's certain parts of wall where you could like crawl into a hallway.
Can I roll for perception to tell if there's things moving in there?
If I notice anything moving in there,
What's your passive perception?
11.
Okay. You
Maybe
can
we
use
should
that
all
or
roll
roll
passive perception.
whichever one's higher.
Okay.
Oof. Yeah, my passive perception is going to be higher.
Yeah, you don't see anything moving in there. There's like an occasional autumn leaf that falls in from the trees behind the mansion and nearby from like that high cliff plateau area, whatever you want to call it. Some of those are steadily falling and dwindling and into the mansion's open spaces, but it is just the ghost that's floating around with you guys is more alive than what's in this mansion. At least on this floor, it seems, from what you can see.
Sorry, little girl. Do you know if there is anything in here waiting for us to come through this door?
She thinks to herself, I could look around.
I just kind of look at the rest of the group. Like, is that a good idea? Are we going to do that?
Zergo's pretending the ghost doesn't exist too. He's not a shaman. He doesn't speak to spirits.
Quick,
Well-
child, run reconnaissance. You go first. They can't kill you twice.
This is true, unfortunately. So
I want to just remind you that we literally just killed a bunch of people twice.
Yes, but she's ethereal, so I mean, how bad could it be?
So
Right.
she floats through the door real quick.
right, and as she's doing that, are there any windows on the first floor that I can see? That Knob can see?
Mostly what you see from outside, you see hallways. Hallways with like some furniture in them, places with rubble. On your west side, you can see inside of what appears to be a dining room, empty, large dining room table.
Okay, so basically there are giant holes.
Well,
In the
not in
wall.
the floor, but like there's
No, not in the
some
floor. I
holes
mean,
in the
like,
wall, some destroyed
Right.
windows.
large enough for someone to sneak in there. It's kind of
It
what I
would
mean?
require a stealth roll,
Right, but
but you believe possibly, depending on like what's on the ground in those areas that you try to sneak into.
right. Let me 17
Oh yeah,
altogether.
you managed to step over any broken glass and into which side are you going? East or west?
Well, basically the nearest hole in the wall.
Okay, from the door you enter
Right.
instead of through the doorway you enter the foyer and avoid stepping on glass.
Cool. All right, I'm in. And so, what do I see in the foyer?
Yeah. You see 2 twin staircases that lead up to a second floor. It's a little dark to see even with dark vision, but in the distance you do see like on the floor that you're on. Beneath the staircase, there's a fireplace and looks like some couches or furniture.
Also, just for the record, I don't have dark vision.
Oh, you don't have dark vision. Okay.
I
No.
appreciate you being honest.
So,
So I gave that away.
right. So we're gonna just erase that.
Unless
Basically,
somebody
going.
with dark vision comes in through the door now.
So
Yeah.
if I can take a turn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like the cartoon thing where Norman's going to hop off the force ballista and kind of scuttle over to the window and just kind of get up on his tiptoes and put his big old nose on the windowsill and take a look inside. See if the coast is clear.
Okay. From there, you looking into the foyer, you see the red carpet in the center. You see the fireplace, the twin staircases leading up to the second floor. You see 2 doors on the east side, 1 door on the west side. but you can still see with your dark vision, like some furniture, like chairs and couches, sofas. All of this looks untouched, by the way. Like it's been decades, if not, maybe close to a century.
So I know that Knob is trying to do the sneaky route. So I'm just gonna do this real quick just to see what we get, and I'll do dice rolls.
You want to chance it?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try to be as sneaky as possible as I get back on the Force Ballista, and try to climb in through the window, taking the other's advice not to blast the door open and ruin our chances of stealth. So I'm going to say that's probably going to be what that's going to be a
A
sneak.
stealth roll.
Yeah, stealth roll. So 19. I'm assuming that passes.
That definitely passes. You avoid stepping on any broken glass or making
And-
any sounds that would give you away.
And so instead of crawling, because technically the Force Ballista can climb walls, instead of just scurrying around on the ground, I think I'm going to actually try to like vertically go up the wall. That way I can see if I have any kind of vantage point on and get like a downward angle or downward shot on anything that might walk into the foyer.
Well,
that
as
makes sense.
quiet as it is, you would like as eerily silent as it is, you would hear anything in the distance coming from a different room,
Up the wall!
and you don't hear anything.
All right, then if that's the case, what I'll do is I'll open the door that's opposite a knob, that and kind of, give him a little head nod, a little acknowledgement, hand signal, bird call, saying, "Hey, I'm over here. I'm going to open the door to the other way."
Is Knob opening the door to his left or no?
Well, before that,
Okay.
I'm going to try to light a candle. That way I can actually see a little bit better in this place and then kind of go the opposite, because I'm
okay.
assuming I'm right near that. Go through that hole. There's a door right there, basically opposite way.
Are we using a candlelight or what?
Not like I said, my burglar's pack has like 5 candles, so I'm like, might as well use one.
Yeah. But yeah, all you see is that door to your left, Knob. Norman definitely sees 2 doors.
This isn't going to act like a Scooby-Doo door where if I open it up, I'm going to end up on the other side of the house. Anyway, back to the campaign.
Are we waiting for them to like tell us if it's safe to go inside?
That's what I was doing.
Yeah. Okay.
From what you
letting
can
the
see in
recon-
here, it
recon
definitely
team
seems
go.
that way. Norman did make a bird call thing, so
Quincy, I mean Zergo is just going to look at Quincy and like shrug and point to the doorknob.
Kind of go to open the door, just to swing it open slowly.
Is the door unlocked?
the doors are unlocked, or at least too broken and old to even keep you out.
We
Yeah.
just try to slowly and quietly open the door.
And with
Push
that,
on
you're
the
in the
door and
foyer.
it falls through. They touch the door and the door falls off the hinges.
That's what I thought would happen. It'd be like the Mines of Moria, just giant noise.
They heard the doors hit the ground, and it's going to distract from the giant explosion we made earlier.
I would like to take a look around the room,
All right.
see if I can get any
And
more
you
information.
don't have dark vision, right?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. My class gives me dark vision because of my stone rune.
The heck?
Yeah, 120 feet of dark vision because of the stone rune that I chose. It's super weird.
Well,
Handy.
Mm-hmm.
Quincy, you're able to, like, I would say at least make out some shapes and be able to walk, but
Did Knob light the candle in this room?
Yeah.
he did, so you do see Knob to your left.
Okay. They're just trying to look around the room using that candle as light, even though I'm not the one holding it.
I have torches in my pack.
Lifesaver.
Yeah. I'm gonna light one for me and one for you.
Heck yeah.
Okay. So now you guys definitely see the stairs with like all the fallen rubble and debris on it, and second floor looking like a mess. You feel a breeze from overhead because like this whole area is surprisingly pretty much open. You see the furniture, the fireplace, and the two doors on the east and one door on the west.
Yeah, I'm just
I
trying to
try
So
to
would
stay silent. Does Norman or Knob seem like they have they're going somewhere? Because I'll go behind whoever looks like they're making an advance.
that makes
There's a pile of glass behind us, right? Behind me and Knob from the busted-in windows.
yeah, good point.
Because if that's the case, I'm going to pick up a piece of glass and just throw it at the other end of the hallway and see if something like attacks it.
Oh, okay. Give me a dexterity throw.
You got it. All right, D&D Beyond, don't fail me now. Oh,
Oh
21.
wow.
hell yeah.
Norman throws the glass through the wall at the other. Check.
Yeah, like it hits the wall on the other side, but so far it's just empty.
I think we may be safe up top. I don't think if this is supposed to be a necromancer's den, I think she would want it to look empty up here.
Did Zergo go looking around the foyer?
Not yet. He's still kind of at the door.
Oh, okay.
I guess he's just whispering to Quincy.
Now Quincy's further in the room.
Oh.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
Well, it's decent enough acoustics for whispering.
Yeah.
Is Knob going west and Norman's heading into that hallway?
I was gonna open the door and see where it led.
It leads into a hallway, and at the end is another door. Only one door for this hall. Well, like the door you're at and the door in front of you at the end of the hall.
Right. Small hallway, and then from the outside, there's that big hole, the dining room, so it leads into the dining room.
Definitely.
So, yeah, going that way would be kind of pointless.
Trying to find our way down, right?
Mm-hmm. So, just gonna, now it's just gonna close the door back, go back into the foyer.
Zergo's at a loss. He doesn't know how houses work.
It's a weird looking cave.
Zergo's been in taverns and inns.
Never the basement. He doesn't know like where people would prefer to put stairs that go down.
Mm-hmm.
And with Norman heading into the hallway, I would just say he makes it all the way to the end. There's no door here, so it's like at the corner, and then he sees a door.
It's like that scene from any horror movie where it's the shaky gun in hand. You just turn the corner real quick.
I guess Quincy would accompany Norman.
Yeah, and I would do the same.
He's got the highest intelligence out of all of us.
Where is Zergo heading?
Following them.
Okay. Well, Norman, I will say this: as you're trying to like stay on the walls here, some of the walls are looking a little too unsafe to be climbing.
Fair enough. All right, so I'm just gonna scuttle back on the floor. Is that a window right there on the wall as we go down the hallway?
Yes.
So I'm gonna scuttle down on top of the force ballista, and then I'm gonna take a real quick look outside to see if there's anything out there peeking in, and then I'll continue down to the door.
From here, the only thing you really see is the cemetery gates in the distance.
Great, more dead children. So yeah, I'm gonna continue down, and then I'm just going to try to ease the door open, and then just kind of poke my head around real slow.
All right. I'll let you roll stealth here again.
All right, stealth. We got here. Ooh, 7. Oh no.
The door handle, as you go to turn it on the opposite side, that part of the door handle falls off and hits the floor, and just kind of rolls. But the
Turn around.
door
I'm gonna-
opens with barely a hinge sound.
I'm gonna peek my head in, and thanks to dark vision, hopefully be able to see clear as day on the other side.
Yep. From here you see another hallway.
It keeps going.
There appears to be, I can't. Let me look on my other map that I've got here drawn. Yeah, it's just a long hallway here.
All right, so we press forward. We're gonna take a look at the hallway, see if there's any like picture frames or pictures on the wall that follows us with their eyes. You know, any.
All the anything that was a picture or a frame has been dilapidated. You can't even see images anymore.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna keep creeping down the hallway. You know,
Yeah.
cue Scooby Doo music. Do
As you
Yeah.
turn the corner,
And
here.
then
do 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 do.
hang on. When I was thinking about this for a hot minute, and I'm gonna go over to Norman and basically say, "Let me take point. You have a gun. If anything happens,
I run because it rhymes with gun.
or you shoot and run."
Right.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Norman. I won't let you run.
Shit.
Well,
What if I scurry up the wall?
we'll say that you can use the. Yeah. I'll say that you could use Quincy's light from this angle, and you see 5 doorways. You're gonna see about 3 on the east side, 1 leading back into the foyer near the chimney area, and 1 that looks like it leads outside to the backyard courtyard area.
Quincy would actually like to do something here. Since this door,
That's closest to us on the left-hand side leads back into the foyer. He would like to double back into the foyer and go to that room that's technically like currently under us.
Oh, okay. He decides to check that one out.
Yeah, just come right over here.
Let's see. And you haven't seen this meta wise, have you?
No.
Other than just them. Okay. Are you trying to sneak in or just open the door or
Seeing as how like we came in here, there was nothing in here. Seeing Norman kind of like have his clinky clanky mechanical spider cannon uh clamber its way around. Quincy's a little less afraid of being noticed. So he's not really being stealthy at this point.
Okay. So as he opens the door, he sees a ballet room with mirrors on the west and northern walls, and there's a couple of statue figures on little column things in this room.
Okay. Yeah, Quincy not being one to be afraid is gonna fully step into the room and I guess start just looking around at all the stuff that's in here, trying to get a better look at like why things are where they are, kind of thing.
Okay. Well, the northern mirrors are old, dusty, faded. They were silver-backed mirrors from their time. The statues themselves, they just one's of a little ballerina, another one of a swan, and
Are these like full size statues? Are they meant to be like representations of like full sized whatever they or are they like prop decorations, like what they would use for like stage props at like an actual concert?
well, I wouldn't say props, but they are decorations, sort of. I mean, they are real marble statues. The However, a little bit damaged. Like the ballerina, I think, is missing an arm, but she's to foot size scale. Only a foot tall, standing on a 3-foot pillar.
Oh,
Or
interesting.
yeah, and then the swan is life size.
Okay. Well, now that Quincy is alone, I'm going to be casting Detect Magic.
Okay.
Sense any magic within 30 feet of me, but seeing as how I'm away from everybody else, I'm hoping that like the verbal and somatic components just aren't noticed by anybody.
So where you are, nobody should be able to notice or anything. You do detect magic, but it seems to be on the other side of the western mirrors.
Back into the foyer?
Eastern mirrors. Sorry, I'm dyslexic.
Oh. There aren't any
Not dyslexic.
doors over there from this side, are there?
Nope, just the mirrors, it seems.
Could I look at the ground to see if these mirrors move? Like if there's any scratch marks against the wood floor or something like that?
Roll investigation.
Oh, that's a 15.
Awesome. Yeah, no, you can see rollers up top, and the mirrors kind of slide, kind of like a closet door.
all right, I'm moving them.
All right, inside you find a whole bunch of like rubble and stuff, and there's two rooms, and I'm gonna say it's the northern room that you detected the magic in, and there's still rubble all over the floor though.
Okay, can I pinpoint a location of whatever I'm sensing? Now there's like less of
Um,
a barrier between me and it.
I would say be able to like climb over some of that rubble and just kind of dig through, and you find an amulet of health.
Oh, sick. All right, pocketing that and then giving it back over to someone else.
Let somebody else take over because I feel like this would have taken a little bit of time.
We are back with Nob, Norman, and Zergo.
I'm going to take my place at one of the three doors, and I'm going to be like doing intricate hand signals to tell the other two take another door apiece, and we'll open it on three.
I'm
Do it
just
like
gonna nod, take the next door.
I'm gonna take whichever one hasn't been taken.
And then once we're all set up in front of our respective doors, all right, and then I'm gonna count it down. Well, I'm gonna mouth 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna shout 3 and rip the door open.
Same.
All right, so everybody rips open those doors.